To everything, turn, turn, turn. Monday, Monday. Can't trust that day.
What if I told you some of the biggest songs of the 1960s might not deserve all the hype? Yeah, I said it. For every timeless classic, there's a track people treat like gospel, when really it's just a glorified jingle or a 3-chord bore. In today's countdown, we're peeling back the rose-colored glasses and digging into the top 10 most overrated songs of the 1960s.
Summertime will be
And trust me, you're not ready for some of these. So, which 60s hit is secretly driving you nuts every time it comes on? Let's find out if it made the list. And if it didn't, tell us in the comments so we can add it to our burn pile. 10. Oblad Oblad by the Beatles.
Oblad Oblad, life goes on.
Oh yes, we're going there. The Beatles are royalty, we get it. But even kings wear questionable outfits sometimes. And Oblad Oblad is that gaudy robe no one wants to talk about.
Life goes on, brah. La 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 la, life goes on.
Sure, it's catchy. Sure, it's fun. But fun doesn't always equal greatness. This track feels more like a children's nursery rhyme on caffeine than a rock masterpiece. And the lyrics? They go absolutely nowhere. Desmond does this, Molly does that. Yada yada life goes on, bruh. Paul McCartney wanted a reggae-inspired vibe. What we got instead was a sing-along that makes elevators feel edgy. Even John Lennon called it granny music. And Ringo? He supposedly hated playing it live. So why the hype? Well, it's the Beatles. At that point, they could have recorded themselves humming in a bathroom and it'd go platinum. Cornerstone? It's not. It's background noise for a bad wedding DJ. Have you ever actually sat down and listened to it start to finish? No skipping? No bathroom breaks? Try it. Then tell us again how it belongs in the Beatles Hall of Fame. Overrated? Oh, absolutely. 9. California Dreamin' by the Mamas and the Papas. Now, before you throw your tie-dye headband at the screen, hear us out. We're not denying the moodiness of California Dreamin'. That haunting flute solo, the chilly winter to summer imagery, it's all very vibey. But let's strip the nostalgia for a moment. Lyrically, it's about being cold and wishing you were somewhere warm. That's it. It's the musical equivalent of whining about the weather. Musically, the repetition borders on hypnotic. Not in a good Pink Floyd kind of way, but more like you're stuck in a loopy daydream that never ends.
Well, I got down on my knees.
Let's be honest, this song has been shoved into so many movie trailers and TV shows, it's lost any emotional punch it once had. It's less emotional anthem now and more generic melancholy filler. Plus, did anyone else realize this song is weirdly self-absorbed? While the rest of the 60s were protesting wars and marching for rights, these guys were chilly and sad about not being in LA. We get it, you miss the sunshine. But was that really worth a cultural legacy? You decide. 8. Sugar, Sugar by the Archies. Plot twist. This bubblegum pop hit wasn't even performed by a real band. That's right. The Archies were a fictional group from a cartoon series. And yet, Sugar became one of the top-selling singles of the entire decade. Let that sink in. Now let's talk about the song itself. Sugar.
Ah, sugar.
Ah, honey, honey.
Honey, honey.
That's it. That's the entire vibe. It's a cavity-inducing track that's so sweet it'll give your ears diabetes. It was literally manufactured to be a pop hit, with no soul, no grit, no edge, and somehow, it worked.
You are my candy girl. You got me wanting.
But just because something is catchy doesn't mean it's timeless. This song is basically the 60s version of a TikTok trend. Fun for about 30 seconds, then please make it stop. Ask yourself, would this song still be popular if it wasn't attached to cartoon characters and groovy nostalgia? Exactly. Arc 7. Respect by Aretha Franklin.
What you want, baby, I got what you need.
Now before you yell blasphemy, hold up. We respect Aretha, we adore her, she's a legend. But here's the hot take, this song is overrated. Not because it's bad, but because it overshadows so much of her better work.
All I'm asking you is for a little respect when you come on. Hey, baby, just
Respect wasn't even her original song, it was written and recorded by Otis Redding. Aretha flipped the script, added the RESPECT chant, and turned it into a feminist anthem.
I ain't gonna do you wrong. Why you gone?
Powerful? Yes. But is it the best representation of her voice and artistry? Not even close. The song is basically Aretha light. If you've ever dug into her albums, you'll find way deeper cuts. Songs with more range, more feeling, more soul. But the world clings to this one song like it's all she ever did. That's the problem. She had dozens of better performances, but Respect gets played to death in commercials, sitcoms, political rallies, and every girl power montage since 1980. It's time we stop treating it like her only defining moment. Because Aretha deserves more than that. 6. San Francisco by Scott McKenzie.
San Francisco.
A song about peace, love, and unity. That's so dull it could put a flower child to sleep.
Summertime will be.
Let's be real. San Francisco is like musical incense. Soft, floaty, and completely lacking any real punch. Written to promote a festival, this anthem of the hippie movement sounds beautiful at first. But listen again. It's basically a 3-minute invitation to go hang out in Golden Gate Park and get sunburned. That's it. It lacks depth. It lacks soul. And it leans so hard into the hippie stereotype that it feels more like parody than poetry. Even in the Summer of Love, people were rolling their eyes at how obvious it was. It's like someone looked at a peace sign and said, let's make a song out of that, and add some flowers. Scott McKenzie's vocals, pleasant, but forgettable. This wasn't his movement, he was just the mouthpiece. Overrated? Absolutely. It's the poster child for style over substance. 5. Monday, Monday by the Mamas and the Papas.
Monday, Monday.
Ah yes, the musical equivalent of calling in sick to work. Monday is one of those songs where the harmonies are on point, but everything else feels sleepy.
Can't trust that day.
And not in a dreamy Simon and Garfunkel kind of way, more like, please don't play this before I've had coffee. It's literally about how Mondays suck, that's it. No metaphor, no twist, no clever lyricism. Just whining about Monday. It won a Grammy. You'd think it cured disease the way people talk about it. But if you strip away the warm tones and nostalgia, there's not much going on here. What's worse? It's a total earworm. You'll find yourself singing it in traffic and wondering how your life went off the rails. It's not awful. It's just not worth the pedestal it's perched on. Number 4, Light My Fire by The Doors. Cue the,
Hesitate is through. No time to wallow in the mire.
cue the pitchforks, because we're taking on Jim Morrison. Light My Fire is seen as this smoldering, psychedelic masterpiece,
Shine or we can only lose.
but strip away the organ solo, and what do you have? A 7-minute jam session that goes nowhere. Sure, the intro is iconic. That keyboard riff, memorable. But then the song drags, and keeps dragging. By the 5-minute mark, you're checking your watch, wondering if it's over yet. Lyrically, it's just vague innuendo dressed in leather pants. Come on, baby, Light My Fire is about as deep as a puddle. Now, don't get me wrong, The Doors have some fantastic songs, but this one, it became more about the vibe than the actual content. If this track came out today, it'd be torn apart for being repetitive and overindulgent. And let's not even talk about the endless versions with even longer solos. Cool, sure, timeless, not so much. Number 3, Good Vibrations by the Beach Boys. This one hurts, but it has to be said. Good Vibrations is considered one of the most innovative songs of all time. And yes, it broke ground with its layered production and use of the theremin. But being technically impressive doesn't automatically make it emotionally satisfying. The song feels like several different tunes jammed into one. It shifts gears so often it's hard to latch onto anything. Just as you're grooving, boom, vibe switch. And those lyrics? She's giving me the excitations. What does that even mean? It's like the audio version of a kaleidoscope, colorful and interesting at first, but disorienting if you stare too long. Brian Wilson's genius is real, no doubt, but Good Vibrations became more about critics drooling over production than people genuinely connecting with the song. Be honest. When was the last time you listened to it on purpose? Exactly. Number 2, Inagata da Vida by Iron Butterfly. A song so long they had to press it on both sides of the record. Inagata da Vida is the anthem of excess. 17 minutes of drum solos, guitar noodling, and slurred lyrics that supposedly were meant to say, "In the Garden of Eden." 17 minutes. It's been worshipped as a psychedelic rock staple, but honestly, it's more of a musical endurance test. The song overstays its welcome about 12 minutes in. Sure, it has a groove, but it's a groove on loop. Like a jam band got lost and no one wanted to say, maybe we should stop now. It became popular because it was long, not because it was good. DJs loved it because they could go take a bathroom break. That's not exactly a glowing endorsement. Overrated? Completely. Epic in size, but not in substance. Number 1, Turn, Turn, Turn by The Byrds. This one may surprise you, and Turn, Turn, Turn is often hailed as a folk rock masterpiece. It's poetic, it's peaceful, it's biblical, literally. The lyrics are taken almost word for word from the book of Ecclesiastes, which is cool, but also kind of lazy. Sure, the harmonies are lovely and the jangly 12-string guitar is iconic, but this song is so repetitive it feels more like a chant than a song. Turn, 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 over and over and over. It was perfect for its time, amidst the Vietnam War, civil unrest, and cultural shifts. But now, it's like that poster you see in your grandma's house, comforting, but outdated. The Byrds had more powerful songs that pushed boundaries. This one just played it safe. It's peaceful.